What's up, gang? Welcome back to Pretty Girl Gang TV, where we do nothing but conduct pretty girl business. It's your girl Jeanina here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And in today's video, we are going to be testing out the brand new Nars Soft Matte Foundation. Lego. This is the new Nars Soft Matte Foundation, okay? Like I said, we're going to be testing this out today. I am going to do a wear test because this foundation does have some claims. Girl, let me read the claims for you guys. Girl, now y'all know I need some glasses or something, okay? Because I swear, it seems like this small print, it just seems to get worse and worse for me. Okay, so the claims say, the new take on matte comfortable 16-hour wear, full natural looking coverage, true color, oxidation resistant, transfer proof, and shine proof. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be doing a wear test because it did have some claims. Now, the claims that I am most interested in is the transfer resistant. And yes, it did say transfer resistant, not transfer proof. So I think that means, I mean, don't get me wrong, girl, I'm just a nurse. I'm not an expert on transfer, but I think transfer resistant versus transfer proof means that it will transfer way less, right? I don't know, girl, I don't know. Don't quote me, okay? But I'm really interested in that because you guys all know we are living in times where we are constantly wearing masks due to Miss Rona, okay? So I'm really interested in that, so I am going to test that claim. In my opinion, Nars came out with this at the perfect time. I mean, if it really is transfer resistant, girl, perfect timing, Nars. Now, I do want to talk about the shades before we get into the swatches. Now, you guys know that I mix two shades of foundation sometimes to get like a custom blend for me, because sometimes I feel like I just can't get my correct shade in one foundation. So I do mix them. So in Nars, I do mix foundations. Now, I already own two different Nars foundations, and that is the Nars Sheer Glow foundation and the Nars Natural Radiant foundation. Now, I do want to say something about the Nars Sheer Glow. So, the Nars Sheer Glow, I do have two colors here. They're not the two colors that I purchased for the Soft Matte or the Natural Radiant. They're two different colors. When the Soft Matte Foundation did launch, I think it launched September 4th, I went out and looked for this shade. Now, this is the Nars Sheer Glow in the shade Bahia. This shade is my perfect match, okay? I don't know if you guys remember, but in 2018 or maybe 2019, early 2019, I think it was 2018, Nars did expand the range of their Sheer Glow foundation, and so they made other colors. And so the newer color was this one right here, and it was the color Bahia. So this color is my perfect match, okay? So naturally, when they came out with the Soft Matte Foundation, I did look for the shade Bahia because I figured they would have it, and they did not. So I ended up picking up the Soft Matte Foundation in the two shades that I have in the Natural Radiant, which is Caracas and Cadiz, okay? So we are going to be swatching those against each other to make sure they are the same. Now, I do want to say, Nars, if you are watching, girl, please make my shade in the Soft Matte Foundation in Bahia, okay? Because I did notice that Nars did not make Bahia in this foundation, and they also don't make the shade Bahia in the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation either. So I don't know, girl. I don't know if the Sheer Glow has like maybe exclusive shades to just the Sheer Glow. I don't know. Maybe they'll expand it in the future and they'll go ahead and put my Bahia in it. But Nars, if you're watching, please put Bahia in the range. Okay, here is the packaging of the foundations. You guys already saw. Normally, Nars goes with glass. Like this is the Natural Radiant Longwear, but this time it seems like a plastic. It's kind of like a squeezy tube, and it's in a frosted tube, as you guys can see. It does look smaller, but actually there's more fluid ounces in here than the Natural Radiant. So this one is 1.5 fluid ounce, which is 45 mLs. And in the Natural Radiant here, I believe it's 30. Yeah, and the Natural Radiant is 30 ml. So you're actually getting more more in the soft matte foundation, and it's a lesser price. Like, girl, I did notice when I purchased this from Sephora that it was only $40, so this does retail for $40. And I believe the Natural Radiant Longwear retails for $47, or it could be $49. And then the Sheer Glow retails for $44, if I'm not mistaken. So this one is actually cheaper, and it has all those claims. You heard it, you know, non-oxidation, even though I've never had problems with oxidation with Nars before, and transfer resistant, all this stuff. So I'm really, really excited to do this. So let's get into the swatches. On this side, I'm going to swatch Caracas, and this is Caracas in the Natural Radiant Longwear formula first. And that's how that looks. And this is Caracas, the same shade in the Soft Matte Foundation, right underneath. Taking a clean brush, this is the shade Cadiz in the Natural Radiant Longwear formula, swatched on this side. And this is Cadiz in the Soft Matte Foundation. Okay, so on this side is Caracas. On the top, we have the Natural Radiant Longwear, and on the bottom, we have the Soft Matte Foundation formula. Now, looking at these two, they completely look the same to me. I don't know what you guys are seeing on camera, but they look exactly the same, so that's good. On this side is where we swatch Cadiz. Now, this top one here is the Natural Radiant Longwear, and on the bottom here is the Soft Matte. And I feel like they're pretty much the same as well. Same undertone. I feel like they look completely the same. So if you are a certain shade in the Natural Radiant Longwear, get the same shade in the Soft Matte Foundation. Okay, girl, so now that we got the swatches out the way, let's get to the exciting part, and let's put on this foundation and see how she performs, okay? Going in with some primer, you guys. I'm taking the Tacha Silk Canvas Primer because this is a mattifying foundation, and even though I do wear mattifying primers, I personally like to wear something that's a little bit more hydrating when it comes to mattifying. Even though I am a naturally oily girl, I just like to kind of balance it out because I don't like my face to be, you know, like that tight feeling. If you guys been watching my channel, you guys know what's up. Like, I typically will put a moisturizing or maybe a normal primer underneath a matte foundation because this foundation is supposed to be matte, girl. It's supposed to be matte because you guys know we like full coverage matte on this channel, okay? So I'm gonna take a little bit first and we'll see if we can build it up. So this is Caracas first. And then this one is the Cadiz. And we'll put maybe this much. Ooh, I think that was a lot. I am going to use my Sephora number 88 brush to blend this out. So we'll see. Ooh, I think I might have put too much of Cadiz on there, girl. Might have to add a little bit more of Caracas because it's looking a little bit light. But so far, the foundation is definitely covering. So it's definitely a medium, not even a medium, probably a full coverage because, yeah, it's taking care of most, not even most, like all of my imperfections and hyperpigmentations. All right, you guys, so this is the first layer of the foundation, and it's definitely, I would say, a full coverage. Okay, I was about to say like medium to full, but this is definitely a full coverage because it definitely covered up majority of everything, if not everything. Okay, so I am going to add a tiny bit more, and I'm going to take the darker one in Caracas because I feel like I put a little bit too much of Cadiz in there, girl. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit more of Caracas on my cheeks area because that's where most of my hyperpigmentation is, and I like to cover that very, very well. And we'll see how good this stuff builds, okay? Even though I have faith in Nars, girl, I have faith because I don't have a problem with Nars foundations. That's why I love Nars foundations. They build perfectly, they go on perfectly. I mean, what do you expect, girl? It's Nars, okay? It's Nars. This is the way the foundation is looking on me. Caracas mixed with Cadiz like I normally do. And I love it. It looks perfect. I mean, it looks exactly like the way the Natural Radiant Longwear does when I mixed the two. So no problem with the color. It covered everything, as you guys can see, okay? Like, it's really, really good, okay? This foundation so far is amazing. But like I said, I am gonna do a wear test. I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera because like I said, this video is just about the foundation, so I wanted to focus on that. So I will be right back. All right, you guys, so this is my completed face. Everything that I used on my face will be in the description box down below. I got a few comments on my last, I think it was my last Morphe video. And you guys were asking what I put on my face, and I should put it down in the description box. So I am doing my best to put everything down in the description box below. So if you're wondering, it will be down in the description box. I did set my face with a little bit of powder, and then I did spray some setting spray because I felt like I was just too powdery. So mattifying, yes, this foundation is mattifying, you guys. I didn't look at the ingredients to see what it is in there, but it's definitely matte. So if you are an oily girl, this is going to be your jam because I feel like this is already going to be my jam. It's already been an hour because I took a little bit of time doing my makeup. I don't like to rush doing my makeup, and I haven't done makeup in a while. I feel like I just been working, staying in the house, working, staying in the house because, you know, COVID is still running rampant, so I'm still staying home. So I haven't really done my makeup in a long time. So I took my time doing my makeup, girl. So it's already been an hour and the foundation feels great. I mean, it looks excellent, you guys, and it played well with all of my normal things that I use on my face. My concealer, I did use the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. I forgot to mention, speaking of that, girl, I forgot to mention that Nars does have a matching concealer with this soft matte foundation. It is the soft matte concealer. I did not purchase those because, and those are already out, okay? They're not new, just the foundation is new. The soft matte concealers are not new. I did not purchase those concealers because I've tried those concealers before, maybe about 2 years ago, and I don't know, those type of formulas, like that mousse creamy concealers, they don't mesh well with my under eyes. I have like deep set like wrinkles and creases in my eye, and I feel like those type of concealers don't really work well, and they just kind of like accentuate the creases in my eye and everything. So I didn't purchase that. So I did use some Nars concealer though. So like I said, this is my finished face, and I feel like it's holding up really well already. Okay, it's looking really good and flawless. Like I said, it played well with all of my stuff that I normally use. And I am going to do a wear test, so I am going to keep this foundation on for maybe about, I don't know, I'll be out for a while, so maybe like 6 to 8 hours. I don't know, maybe like 6 to 8 hours. So with that being said, I will come back to you guys at the end of the day with an update on this foundation. Stay tuned. Hey you guys, so I realized that I forgot to show you guys the time I left, okay? Like, wah, 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 girl. I normally show you guys what time I left, but I was so excited to just get out of the house, girl. I just ran out of here. So I left around like 3, I think it was 3:15, and it is now 8:12 p.m. So roughly 5 hours. So I didn't make my goal of 6 hours. I like to keep things on for like 6 hours or more because I feel like most of the time when we wear makeup, it's for like a full 8-hour day if you're working, or sometimes longer, you know? So I feel like 6 hours would have been closer to 8 hours to test this out, but roughly 5 hours, girl, because the place I was going to ended up closing. I got stuck in traffic. I mean, just just all kinds of nonsense, okay? Currently looking at my face, I have a little bit of shininess on my brow here, and that's typically where I start to get oily, like in my T-zone and my brow. So it's a little bit oily here, but nothing's really transferring on my finger, as you can see. And it doesn't feel like too oily. It just feels like, you know, in the beginning when you feel like your natural oils are starting to come out and it's just breaking in the makeup. That's how I feel. I feel like it's just kind of breaking in the makeup right now. But if I was an outsider looking in, like if I was just looking at me and I wasn't me, girl, if I was like somebody else looking at me, I would think that my makeup looks really good, and I wouldn't think that I've had this on already for like 5 hours. So what I am noticing is, besides the brow, around my nose here, I feel like it's getting a little oily and like kind of caked up here as well. But that's typically normal for me too. My under eyes are creasing, but I mean, that's just something that happens to me. Normally my under eyes will start creasing like 2 to 3 hours depending on my prep and what concealer I put on or whatever. So that's just something I can't control. That's me, girl. So under eyes are creasing, but other than that, I feel like the makeup looks really, really good just for 5 hours. But I feel like my makeup just looks really, really great. So I did wear a mask, but just for a minute, okay? Because like I said, by the time I got stuck in traffic, and by the time I got to the store I was going to, it was closed. So I literally had my mask on for a minute because I jumped out of the car, went to pull the door was closed, and I came back into the car and took the mask off, okay? So I wasn't talking or anything, moving the mask around. So there was absolutely no transfer of makeup on my mask. But like I said, I only had it on for like a minute and I didn't talk to anybody or anything. I just literally got back in the car. But I do have a tissue paper right here, okay? Because I did want to test that transfer resistant claim that is claiming to be transfer resistant. So I did want to test it. So here's my toilet paper and we're gonna test it out now. So I guess I'll just put it on my forehead here. Wow. There's nothing there. Okay, so
perfect.
Girl, Nars is doing it. Okay, so there you go. Transfer resistant makeup. With that being said, I'm in love with this foundation. It is a great foundation for the oily girls. If you are a dry girl, I feel like you can just put on a moisturizer. It's not that matte, because there's some matte foundations, girl. Like there's some matte foundations, okay? But this isn't really matte. Like I feel like it fits the claims. It's soft matte. It's not too drying. So I feel like if you're a dry girl, you can just prep really good, like a moisturizing primer, and you'll be okay. And let's not forget about the prices. $40, okay, when normally Nars starts off like $47 or $49 or like $44 depending on the foundation. $40 is great for Nars, so I feel like the price point is great. It's still a little pricey. I mean, it's not ColourPop prices, but it's still cheaper than the other foundations. And look at the quality of this foundation. So I give this foundation its 2 thumbs up, you guys. If you guys like this video, please like the video, comment, subscribe to my channel, girl, if you want to, girl. If you want to, okay? And turn your post notifications on so you will be notified every time the gang posts a video, okay? And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.